To understand how insane this is, we need to go back to the late 1990s in Japan. Pokemon had just exploded into a cultural phenomenon, and the Pokemon Company decided to run an illustration contest for kids. The winners would receive a special promotional card called the Pikachu Illustrator, featuring artwork of Pikachu holding a paintbrush and palette. Only 39 of these cards were ever created and distributed to contest winners and staff. Think about that. There are more copies of the Gutenberg Bible than there are Pikachu Illustrator cards. This wasn't meant to be an investment. It was just a cool prize for talented young artists. But sometimes, the rarest things become the most valuable. And this little piece of cardboard was about to become the holy grail of Pokemon collecting. Fast forward to 2021 and enter Logan Paul. The controversial YouTuber and boxer had already made headlines for his outrageous stunts and massive following of over 20 million subscribers. But Logan saw something others didn't. He recognized that nostalgia was becoming big business. Adults who grew up with Pokemon in the 90s now had disposable income, and they were willing to pay serious money to recapture their childhood. Logan didn't just buy any Pokemon card, though. He acquired the crown jewel, a PSA Grade 10 Pikachu Illustrator card, meaning it was certified as being in perfect, pristine condition. The price? $5.275 million. But Logan Paul isn't known for holding on to things quietly. He turned this Pokemon card into content gold. He wore it around his neck to boxing matches. He made YouTube videos about it. He even brought it to WWE events, treating this piece of cardboard like a championship belt. Every appearance generated millions of views and kept the Pokemon collecting community buzzing. This wasn't just ownership. This was performance art with a $5 million prop. And with every public appearance, the card's fame grew, and so did its value. Logan had essentially turned a trading card into a celebrity, and celebrities command premium prices. Then came February 16, 2026. Logan decided it was time to cash in. He consigned the card to Golden Auctions, one of the most prestigious collectibles auction houses in the world. The auction wasn't just about Pokemon fans anymore. This had attracted serious investors, celebrities, and anyone who wanted to own a piece of internet history. Bidding started high and kept climbing. 97 total bids were placed as collectors around the world fought for the ultimate prize. When the digital hammer finally fell, the winning bid was $16.492 million. The buyer? A.J. Scaramucci, a collectibles investor who now owns the most expensive trading card in human history. Let's talk numbers that will blow your mind. Logan Paul bought this card for $5.275 million in 2021. He just sold it for $16.492 million. That's a profit of over $8 million after auction fees in just 5 years. That's a 213% return on investment. To put that in perspective, if you had invested that same money in the S&P 500, you'd have made maybe 40% in 5 years. Logan made more money holding a Pokemon card than most hedge fund managers make with billions of dollars. But this sale represents something much bigger than one YouTuber getting rich. This is about how celebrity influence can create entirely new markets. Logan Paul didn't just own a rare card, he made it famous. He turned collecting from a niche hobby into mainstream entertainment. Now, millions of people who never cared about trading cards are suddenly digging through their old collections, wondering what treasures they might have thrown away. The ripple effect is massive. Pokemon card prices across the board have skyrocketed, and every collectible company is wondering how to recreate this lightning in a bottle. This record also raises serious questions about the collectibles bubble. When a piece of cardboard costs more than most people's houses, are we witnessing genius investing or dangerous speculation? Pokemon cards have no inherent utility. They're not stocks that represent company ownership. They're not real estate that provides shelter. They're not gold that has industrial uses. Their value is based entirely on nostalgia, rarity, and what people are willing to pay. Some experts worry we're seeing the same speculative behavior that created the Dutch tulip mania in the 1600s, where tulip bulbs briefly cost more than houses before the market collapsed. Others argue that pop culture collectibles represent genuine alternative investments in an era where traditional assets are expensive. What makes this story even more incredible is the timing. This sale happened during a period when traditional investments are struggling. Stock markets are volatile, real estate is overpriced in many markets, and inflation is eating away at savings. Meanwhile, Logan Paul just made $8 million profit on what is essentially childhood nostalgia. The new owner, AJ Scaramucci, isn't just buying a card. He's betting that Pokemon's cultural significance will only grow over time. With Pokemon celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2026, and new generations discovering the franchise through games, movies, and shows, maybe this investment isn't as crazy as it seems. The implications extend far beyond Pokemon cards. Logan Paul has proven that social media influence can create real financial value in unexpected places. Every collectible market is now wondering who their Logan Paul might be. Will we see celebrities driving up prices for vintage comics, rare sneakers, or classic video games? This sale has validated influencer marketing in a way that traditional advertising never could. When you can turn a $5 million purchase into $16 million just by making content about it, you've essentially created money from entertainment. So what's the takeaway from Logan Paul's $16 million Pokemon card? Maybe it's that in our digital age, fame and rarity create value in ways we never imagined. Or maybe it's that we're all sitting on potential gold mines in our childhood collections. Either way, this story proves that sometimes the most valuable investments aren't in Silicon Valley startups or Wall Street. They're in our memories, waiting to be rediscovered.